In the overcomplicated world of the pet food industry, Pat Green had a goal: to create a brand for the new generation, leading her down a path few ever travel. Questions concerning quality, ethics, sourcing, and transparency have long plagued pet owners globally. Formulating with two highly respected industry veterans, Dr. Karen Becker and Steve Brown, Pat would create Raw Bistro, a no-holds-barred, no-corners-cut, clear-to-comprehend pet food.
We are ushering in a new industry standard, guys. This is where we're headed. This is what the industry is headed towards, and we have a whole group of young pet parents that is demanding this out of pet food companies. These are the types of companies that are up and coming. These are the people that are proud to give tours in their facility. This is not the pet food industry. This is us changing the industry.
Sometimes the solutions to life's biggest problems can be found in your own backyard. Nature, respected by regenerative farmers, would open up a pathway for Pat's dream to become a commercial reality. Raw Bistro is putting their money where their mouth is when it comes to their product's quality.
We chose this farm because it is right in Cannon Falls. We feel so fortunate to have animals raised this way, like these turkeys. Many acres with a lot of room to roam. They are free-ranging turkeys. They are not considered just cage-free.
The main driver at Raw Bistro is made with respect for consumers, pets, and most importantly, the animals and lands that provide the actual raw materials.
I mean, we're all animal lovers, you know, and yes, these are food animals, but, you know, they shouldn't be imprisoned and treated inhumanely. I mean, they should live a good, happy life while they're here.
The free-range requirement for raising of animals extends to all proteins that Raw Bistro produces. The beef, turkey, lamb, bison, and chicken all have to adhere to free-range and pasture-raised standards. With the exception of a few items, all ingredients are sourced from within the United States, and all fruits and veggies used in the foods must be certified organic.
We raise grass-fed beef here, and we raise grass-fed beef because we've learned that we can have it all. We can have a positive environmental impact on our soils and our plants and our land while we're putting pounds on cattle. And it turns out that when we do it that way, we end up with a product that's more healthful for humans and animals to eat, and happier cattle.
You're looking at them living just the way nature intended them to live. They're eating the way nature intended them to live. They are as healthy as that animal can get.
The farming approach that Raw Bistro rejected was that of factory farming. In a factory farm condition, otherwise known as confinement fed or conventionally raised, the goal is to mass produce animals for slaughter as cheaply and fast as possible. A consumer in the store almost never takes into account where their meat actually comes from and how the quality of that meat affects the long-term health of the end user. A wide population of consumers fuel a massive demand for cheap meat with no concern to the environment, source, handling, or quality of the meat.
We've been taught in agriculture for years that you have to pick. It's an either or. Either we take actions while we're producing food that are beneficial for the environment, or we make money, but we can't do both. And it turns out, what we've learned anyway, is that it's exactly the opposite.
Steve Brown had spent decades accruing nutritional data for different forms of ingredients, including protein and information about protein quality.
I got a call from Pat several years ago, maybe about 6-7 years ago, and she needed help formulation. And my first question was, are you willing to do it right?
I let him know that that is the only way we would go.
Doing it right means that the ingredients are handled well before the manufacturer gets them, and especially after it's shipped. It means that they're aiming at meeting or exceeding the minimum nutrient micronutrient recommendations from AFCO or preferably from FEDEF, the European version, which they are more demanding. Now, it's not that easy to do it right when it comes to a micronutrient balance, and Raw Bistro is willing to do that.
Here are some facts about the Raw Bistro manufacturing plant, where they make their products.
When we get an order from a distributor, that's actually when the product is pulled, produced, and made and packaged. Within about a week, we ship that product out the door. So everything that ends up at our distributors is a very fresh product.
Production happens all under one roof, and the facility is privately owned by Raw Bistro
The
themselves.
facility itself is a former USDA processing facility. We like to say that we moved in, cleaned it up, and started making food for dogs.
Raw Bistro places emphasis on food safety, with each and every step taken throughout the manufacturing process. Raw Bistro follows a very strict HACCP program, the same as for human food.
It's a group effort. An idea is one thing, but to be able to bring it into fruition takes a team of people, a team of experts in their own right. We wouldn't be anything without the people that work here.
With an unparalleled and unprecedented quality of sourcing, the final Raw Bistro products mirror what consumers have long wanted as a commercial choice.
There's a growing interest in food that's raised the right way. Where did it come from? How do I know those people, and how can I trust them? And that's something that Pat has really brought forth with Raw Bistro is that sense of integrity and transparency.
We do not need to be the biggest pet food company out there, but we absolutely want to be the best. Our pets are worth it. It's worth it for us, of course, as human beings to eat as healthy as we can, but absolutely our pets too.